Equations of lines. The learning objectives. By the end of this section, you should be able to find the equation of a horizontal line from its graph, find the equation of a vertical line from its graph, plot horizontal and vertical lines from their equations, recognize the lines y equals x and y equals minus x from the graph. What are the coordinates of these points? We have minus 6, 4, minus 3, 4, 2, 4, and 5, 4. What is the invariant factor that connects all of these coordinates? What we mean by that is, what is it that doesn't change? What is the same in all of these coordinates? In every coordinate, y equals 4. Looking at coordinates, how could we describe this line? This is the line y equals 4. Every point on that line, the y coordinate would always be 4. Always label your lines. So that is the line y equals 4. Coordinates of these points. Well, we have minus 3, 5, minus 3, 3, minus 3, 2, and minus 3, 5. What is the invariant factor that connects all of these coordinates? In every coordinate, x equals minus 3. At the coordinates again, how can we describe this line? This is a line x equals minus 3. Remember, always label your lines. What is the equation of this line? A common mistake when answering a question like this is to get the x and y the wrong way round. If you always follow this method, it will lessen the likelihood of mistakes. Write x and y in a set of brackets in the correct order. Remember, the x and y, they go alphabetical. So we have x, y. Mark a point on a line and write the coordinates of it under the x and y bracket. So, what's the x coordinate of this point? It's 5. And the y coordinate, 1. Repeat this for at least 2 more points. The reason we use 2 more points is if we do 3 of them, if we've made a mistake, the chances are we'll make a mistake in one of them and it will highlight it and we'll see where we've gone wrong. So the x coordinate at this point is 2 and the y coordinate is 1. And this point, our x coordinate is minus 6 and the y coordinate is again 1. Which coordinate remains invariant? Which one doesn't change? The invariant coordinate is the equation of the line. So this is the line y equals 1. Remember, always label your lines. What is the equation of this line? Write x and y in a set of brackets in the correct order. mark a point on the line and write the coordinates of it under the X and Y bracket. Here's our point. The X component is -4 and the Y component of the coordinate is 5. Repeat this for at least 2 more points. The X component is -4 again, and the Y component is 2. The X component is -4, and the Y component is -3. Which coordinate remains invariant? The invariant coordinate is the equation of the line. This is the line x equals -4. And remember, always label your lines. Always plot 3 points on the line. Don't take shortcuts. They generally lead to long delays. As we do this, it looks fairly obvious and you think, oh, I can do this. However, getting the X and Y the wrong way around is a very common mistake. Plot the points, you're less likely to make these mistakes. Find the equations of the lines. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video, copy out this grid, work out all the equations of the lines, and then think about questions 7 and 8. Exactly the same, just worded. You've got to think about it. Once you've got answers for them all, come back and play the video and check your answers. So do that now. Right, hopefully you didn't find that too much of a struggle. So for question 1, you have the line x equals 5. For question 2, we have the line y equals 2. For question 3, we have the line x equals -5. For question 4, we have the line y equals -3. For question 5, we have y equals 4. For question 6, we have the line x equals 3. So for question 7, the x-axis is the line y equals 0. And for question 8, the y-axis is the line x equals 0. Hopefully you didn't struggle too much with that. If you did, go back, give it another go, and see if we can get it. Plot the line y equals 3. Again, a common mistake is to plot the x lines as the y lines and the y lines as the x lines. To avoid this, follow this method. So write xy bracket, write x and y in a set of brackets, then put 2 brackets underneath it with a y value of 3. So there's our brackets, there's the first one and the second one, and we've wrote the y coordinate of 3 in there already. Choose any 2 values of x. They should be across the range of the scale on the x-axis. So you look at your x-axis, what does it go from? It goes from -6 to 6. I really want some spread out ones and use that. If you chose a value of 20, then obviously you're going to be drawing a very large scale to fit it all on there. So we've gone from -4 and 5. What we do now is plot these coordinates. So the first one is there, and the second one's there. And what we're going to do is, using a ruler, draw a line passing through both of the points and then label the line. Y equals 3. Plot the line x equals -5. Again, write x and y in a set of brackets, then 2 brackets under this with the x value of -5. There's my xy bracket, first one with a -5, and the second one again with an x value of -5. Choose any value for y, or any 2 values to y, and again they should be across the range of the scale on the y-axis. So whatever axis you've drawn, fairly spread out, one near the top, one towards We've gone for 4 and -3. Plot both of these coordinates. There are two coordinates plotted. Using a ruler, draw a line passing through both of these points, then label the line. There's a line, there's the label, x equals -5. Again, you may seem like you don't need to do it. However, getting these lines the wrong way round is a common mistake. Writing those two brackets out will generally stop you making these mistakes. So draw the lines of the equations below. So you can either draw them on one grid, or you can draw separate ones if you think it's getting too cluttered. So what I'd like you to do, copy out the grid, draw those lines on there, label them. Once you've done that, come back and we'll check them. Right, hopefully again you haven't had too much problem with that. So the first line, x equals 6, vertical line passing through 6 on the x-axis. Question 2, y equals 5, a horizontal line passing through 5 on the y-axis. Question 3, x equals -5, so vertical line passing through -5 on the x-axis. 4, y equals -4, horizontal line passing through the point -4 on the y-axis. Question 5, y equals 2, another horizontal line passing through 2 on the y-axis. And finally, question 6, x equals 3, and a vertical line passing through 3 on the x-axis. Again, hopefully you didn't have too much trouble with that. If you did, go back, look at it, see where you went wrong, and try and correct your mistakes. What are the coordinates of these points? We've got -5, 5, -3, -3, 2, 2, and finally 4, 4. All the coordinates are different, but what is the same in all of them? What can you notice about those coordinates? X values, or rather the y values, equal the x values. So in terms of x and y, how can we describe this line? This is the line y equals x. What are the coordinates of these points? -4, 4, -2, 2, 3, -3, and 5, -5. Again, all of the coordinates are different, but what is the same in all of them? What can you say about each set of coordinates that's the same for all of them? Well, the y and the x values are the same, but they have different signs. In terms of x and y, how could we describe this line then? Well, this is the line y equals -x. So the last two lines we've looked at, y equals x and y equals -x, we will be using that in later videos, but for now it's just something to be aware of. Hopefully you found this video useful, and hopefully you did all right on it.